5 years ago, on a plot of land located on the grounds of Niagara West Adult Learning Center, in partnership with the town of Lincoln, a group of volunteers started a community garden.
Group of volunteers got together and decided that community garden, because it's good for your health and you get to grow food, was actually a really good idea. There's been a big trend over the last decade for community gardening.
The Beam and Queen Community Garden provides many benefits for those involved and the surrounding community.
Right now it's very important because an emerging issue for people is the cost of food. And that's obviously increasing significantly. But there's another aspect, which is the local aspect. Food that we get to the grocery store on average is traveling about 4,500 kilometers from the Central Valley in California. If it comes from Mexico, it's probably traveling upwards and over 5,000 kilometers. If it's coming from China, just imagine how far that is. And the reason that's important is because that burns fossil fuels. And there's also the practices that are used, all the fertilizers and all the chemicals that are harming the soil and the water and the air. So there's a lot of good in community gardening. Actually, there's nothing bad, it's all good. There's probably easily 60 to 70 species within the whole garden of plants, which is really healthy because we want biodiversity in a garden, not monoculture where it's only one crop. And that's really good for managing pests, but also for a variety of foods that come ripe and ready to eat throughout the growing season.
This year, the garden is focusing on growing more food to donate to community care of West Niagara.
There isn't a formal partnership, but we have the intention here this year to use some of the plots to grow potatoes, sweet potatoes, lettuces, and donating what we are able to community care.
A focus on the garden being eco and climate friendly is also a very important aspect.
So we use absolutely no pesticides, no herbicides in this garden. We're using integrated pest management techniques. I don't really necessarily believe in pests, so to speak. They all have a part in the ecosystem. We just keep our soil really healthy. We water regularly. We remove diseased plants. Because sometimes that happens, you will get a diseased plant in your garden. So it's just basically taking care of the garden like you would your own health, because it is really interconnected. It's like the two are interconnected. What you're eating is like part of you. And also I'm offering programs this summer in eco and climate friendly gardening and also cooking. So they can also again visit Niagara West Adult Learning Center's website and find out more information about those classes and programs. This year, the town of Lincoln actually is supporting our education programs in the garden. We're from their Grow, Prosper, and Belong fund. So they have given us $1,250 towards the marketing of the programs. It really helps because we are volunteer-based, doing what we are. So they're actually enhancing the value to their citizens and by providing those dollars to us.